Okay, so we are now on the last module of the second quarter, which is navigate a website using essential features. No, you might be confused, especially those who already submitted their outputs here using this module. No, you might be confused. Why is it included in the English subject? No, it seems that it belongs to technology or TLE subject, no, or information technology subject. But we have this in our English, yes. And it is based on, of course, it is based on the learning competency that we have in English, which is navigate a website using essential features such as headings, links, etc. So meaning, this is really included in the English subject. And we have these objectives at the end of the lesson. You will be able to, or you are expected to, identify the parts of a web page and website addresses, and navigate and find information on a website by using the headings, scrolling on links, and using the browser navigation. Okay. So before we start to face the different activities in our module, let's play a game first. Are you familiar with the 4 picks 1 word?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, very good. At least I don't need to elaborate about this game anymore because you are familiar. But for those who are not familiar, this is a very simple game. I will just post 4 photos and a set of letters where you need to come up or to form a correct word that corresponds to the 4 photos given. Okay, the photos that I will show you, of course, they are very much related to the module or to our topic. So let me show you first the first set of photos and the set of letters. And then if you know the answer, at this time, I will not allow you to use your microphone, okay? I want you to type the correct word or your answer in the chat box. In the chat box only. Do not use your microphone yet, no? Because I want to see the first 5 students who can give the correct word. And the first 5 students who can give or can chat the correct answer will be given additional points in your performance task. So I will ask the help of Ma'am Melissa to help me to identify. Baka kasi masyado silang mabilis mag-type, no? Baka hindi, para lang sure na hindi ako magkamali sa pag-identify ng first 5 students who can give the correct word. Okay, are you ready, class? Are you ready?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes po.
So the first,
Yes po.
siguro 30 seconds is enough for you to think of the correct word. So the first set of photos, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8 letters, okay? This word that you need to guess has 8 letters. So what do you think is this word? Again, do not use your microphone. You can use our chat box to type your answer here. There are given 12 given letters there, so meaning there are 4 extra letters. And I can see that there are many students who are already typing their answers in the chat box. But as I told you, we'll choose only the first five who were able to chat the correct answer there. Okay, so let's see if your answer is correct. Your answer in the chat box is internet, and you are correct. So congratulations to our first 5, Jamila, Miguel, Joyrene, Rainier, and Andrew Palmes. So these are the 5 students who are able to give the correct answer. Thank you also for those who tried to share their answer. But as I told you, only the first 5 will be given points, additional points. Okay. So let's now proceed to the next word. Okay. Ayan. So we have 3, 6, 7 letters only. So what do you think is this word that corresponds to the 4 photos given in my screen? Okay, they're already typing their answers in the chat box. Let us see if their answers are correct. Hmm. Okay, let's start with... Nasaan na yung nilagay kong... Okay, the first one here that I can see in the chat box. Oh, they have different answers. So let us see first if what is the correct word. Okay, the correct word is browser. So congratulations to Jamil, Miguel, Kylie, Andrew, and Andrew. Kylie, Ajerica, and Kimberly. Okay, so browser is the correct answer. Okay, so congratulations. And thank you again for those who share also their answers. Okay, the next word. Okay, so these are the photos. 6 letters only. So what do you think is this word that corresponds to the 4 given photos? Okay, they are already typing their answers. Let's see if their answers are correct. 6 letters only. So let's begin with, ayan. Okay, let us see first the next slide so we can see if they are correct. Search. Okay, you are correct. Congratulations. Kaden, Andrew, Mon Andre, Miguel, and a long time. And Sophia Abad. Okay, so congratulations to those 5. I believe that Ma'am Melissa is writing down those names that I mentioned. Thank you, Ma'am Melissa. Okay, so let's proceed now to the next word. Okay, search is the correct answer. Next is, okay, what do you think is it? It has 3, 6, 9. 9 letters. 9 letters. So what do you think is it? So medyo mahirap yata ito. So the clues there, we can see the HTTP. We can see the different text or words in the other photos. And this word also is included in our module. So let's see if your answer is correct. Okay, so the first 5 were able to give the correct word. Okay, hypertext is correct. So congratulations to Andrea Mary, Jamil, Sophia, Kylie Shen, and Jaden Zander. So hypertext is the correct word. Okay, so let us now proceed to the last word na to. Okay, last word that you need to guess. So it has 2, 4, 6, 8 letters. It has 8 letters. It is actually an action word. Okay, I can see that you already type your answers in the chat box. And the first 5 here that I can see. Okay, let us see if your answers are correct. Okay, navigate. Congratulations, you are correct. So the first 5 here that we have is Andrea, Mary Nicole, Miguel Andrew Palmes, Tyra, and Kylie Shen. Okay, congratulations to you guys. Ang bibilis nila mag-type, kaya sila yung nandun sa taas, no? Sanay na sanay. Okay, congratulations again. Don't worry for those who are not mentioned. Although you shared your correct answers but you are not mentioned, it's okay. You still have another chance later in our following activities. Okay? So, congratulations again. Okay, so those are the words that we will encounter in our module today. But before that, let us answer first the first part, first activity. The first activity in your module. Okay? In sa let's recall part, this is the question that we have. What are the words or phrases that come to your mind when you think about internet? This time, I will allow you to use your microphone. If you want to share your answer, you can use your microphone, or you can also type it in the chat box if your microphone is not working. Okay, anybody? What are the words or phrases that come to your mind when you think about the internet? Yes, Ralph Garrett.
Communication po.
Communication. Okay, very good, Ralph. Thank you. How about you, Jamil Arvin?
Technology po, ma'am.
Okay, technology. That's also correct. Sophia M. Abad.
Information po, ma'am.
Information. Okay. How about you, Jaden? Jaden Sander?
News po.
Okay, news. So they have different answers, and all of your answers are correct. So let us check if there are students who also drop their answers in the chat box. Oh, walang sumagot sa chat box. Okay, so communication, information, news, social media. Parang walang sumagot sa social media, no? I know that everybody is familiar with the internet, no? So thank you for those who share their ideas. Let's proceed to the next one. We will elaborate this later, no? This word. We will elaborate this later in our let's understand part. Okay, another activity in your module. Oh, ayun na naman yung gumala. Is this one, the part 2 of a task 2 of let's recall. Fill in the missing letters to come up with the names of the different components that make the internet works. You don't need to look for the meaning kasi nakalagay ito, look for the meaning of each word in the dictionary. You don't need to look for the meaning because I will discuss that in our let's understand part later. Okay? So who can answer number 1? What do you think is the first word there? Okay, Kylie. Okay, how about number 2, Jamil Arvin?
Router po, ma'am.
Okay, router. Very good, Jamil. And number 3, we have Andrew Palmes.
Web browser po, ma'am.
Web browser. Okay, that's correct. Number 4, Gemila Eugenio. Gem?
Server po, ma'am.
Okay, server is correct. And the last one, number 5, Sophia.
Internet service provider po.
Okay, very good. Internet service provider. So, thank you so much. Yes, Renzo Ivan, would you please read what internet is?
Internet is a system architecture that has revolutionized communication and methods of commerce by allowing various computer networks around the world to interconnect.
And the other one?
It supports human communication through social media, electronic mail or email, chat, rooms, news and audio and video transmission, and allows people to work collaboratively wherever they are. It supports
Okay.
access to digital information by many applications, including the browsers or World Wide Web.
Okay. Thank you so much, Renzo, for reading the meaning of internet here. And we can now see that your answers earlier in our earlier activity are really correct and very much related to the internet, no? So the internet provides a capability that is so powerful and general, which can be used for almost any purpose that depends on information, and it is accessible by every individual who connects to one of its constituent networks. Diba? It is one of the necessities in our life now, internet, especially now that we have this pandemic. We have this online class because we cannot attend in our online class if we do not have internet. So we can say that this is really a necessity. Dati necessity lang, no? Food, shelter, clothing. Kasama na rin pala ngayon si internet. Because we will not be informed. Like for example, yung what is happening around the world. No, sa yung COVID na yan, are how many are the total cases. So with the internet, we will be able to know that what is happening around us. And of course, this is a necessity, especially to the students like you, because you cannot connect to your teacher without this. So I believe that everybody knows what internet is, no? Kahit ngayong maliliit na bata, no? Even my child who is only 4 years old, he knows what internet is. Kasi if he is watching a YouTube and nawala yung kanyang connection, sumisigaw na siya ng, Mami, nawawalang internet. Mami, walang internet. So, ibig sabihin, he knows what internet is and what's the purpose of internet. So, internet can be used for almost any purpose that depends on the information. Okay, next, let's proceed now to our next slide. Okay, may I request Sophia to please read what web browser is? Sophia?
An internet browser, also known simply as browser, is a software program that lets you view and navigate web pages on your computer. How do you navigate the web? By entering the address or URL or information resource locator of the website in your web browser or by clicking links.
Okay, thank you so much, Sophia. So the 6 most popular internet browsers today include the Google Chrome. Ayan, alam natin yan, no? That Google Chrome, that is one of the most popular internet browsers. Mozilla, Firefox, that is also a web browser. What else? Microsoft Edge, Apple Safari, Opera. So, yun. But the most, above all of them, yung Google Chrome talaga yung pinaka-use natin, no, na web browser. So again, those are called a web browser. And how are we going to navigate the web? We just need to enter the URL o yung tawag na Uniform Resource Locator or yung web address. And then click the enter and you can go directly to the site that you are looking for. So again, yung photos that you can see in my screen like Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, yeah, those are the examples of web browser. Okay, the next part is search engine. Okay. May I request Jerica May to please read what search engine is?
Search engine is used to find information on the internet. To find information, type in the search box the question, collection of words or headings related to the topic you are searching.
Okay, so I believe that everybody knows how to search in the internet using the search engine, no? As you can see in my screen, there's an example there in Google, tapos may search bar. You just need to type the word or question or phrases where you need information. So you just type there and then click enter and then you can see the results or the different references where you can find the information that you are looking for. So using the search engine. So search engine is again one of the essential features of website navigation. Okay, the next one here, I think this is the last one. Would you please read? May I request Andrea Mary Nicole? Is your microphone okay, Andrea?
Yes po.
Okay, Anna. Would you please read? What can you see in my screen?
Hypertext and hyperlinks are the glue that holds the web together. This feature allows electronic files on the web to be linked so you can search easily between them. HTTP Hypertext Transport Protocol separates the protocol from other part of the web address. The sign / is the command for the browser to contact the server. www World Wide Web is the combination of public websites that are connected to the internet. Domain name gives location of the information you are searching. Example, google.com.
Thank you so much, Andrea, for reading the hypertext and hyperlink. No? So hypertext, it is just simply a text with references. And then yung references na yun, ang tawag doon hyperlinks. No? So hypertext is just a text with references to other text that user can easily and quickly access. while hyperlinks are the references. So in typing the web address, we have to use these hypertext and hyperlinks. So do not forget that we should start with HTTP, or you should know the correct format in typing the web address if we are going to find a website of something. So start with HTTP or HTTPS followed by the colon, followed by the 2 sign, and triple W dot or yung World Wide Web dot, and then the domain name like google.com, kaya yahoo.com, facebook.com, o scholastic.com. Okay, that is what we call the domain name. Okay, so I hope that you will remember this correct format of typing the web address or URL, because in our next activity, we're going to type this, no? Okay, but before we proceed to the next activity, do you have any question regarding the discussion or regarding the essential features of website navigation module? We have to rearrange a jumbled web address. I told you earlier that you need to prepare a sheet of paper, or if you have a whiteboard and a pentel pen or any pen na makapal yung sulat, because this time I'm going to type the jumbled web address in the chat box, and you are going to rearrange them in order. And after writing the correct web address using your camera, you have to turn on your cam on this activity. If you are using cell phone, please do not use yung selfie para hindi siya nakabaliktad. But if your device has no camera, it's okay. Those students that using device without cam, you can type your answer in the chat box. Okay? Again, I will type the jumbled web address in the chat box, and then you will write your answer in your paper using your pen. Okay, stop sharing muna ako dito so I can see everybody. Yan. Okay, are you ready? Even though you're done writing the correct web page address, do not show your answer using your cam unless I said go. Okay? Kasi if you show your answer, your other classmates can see you. Ganon din those who will use the chat box, ha? Those who do not have cameras, do not enter or do not send your answer sa chat box. Type nyo lang muna, but do not send yet. When I said go, you can send so that your classmates cannot copy your answer. Okay, so are you ready? Sige, I'm going to type now in the chat box the first jumbled web address. By the way, do you understand my instructions? Do you understand what you're going to do?
Yes
Yes
po, ma'am.
po.
Opo.
Okay, very good. Okay, so number 1, ayan. deped.gov.ph/https:/. Again, do not show your answer unless I said go. Mamaya na, okay? I'm giving you at least 30 seconds to write your answer. So again, rearrange this jumbled web address in order. Okay. Are you now ready to show your answer? Okay. 30 seconds is over. You can now show your answer, and those who are chatting or typing in the chat box, you can also send your answer. Okay, I will ask again Ma'am Melissa to help me identify the names of the students who can give the correct answer. Okay. Then you can now show your answer. Those cams are on. Okay, lapit po pa Sophia, hindi pa masyadong makita. Okay. I can see the correct answers. Okay, very good. Jaden, hindi ko makita yun sa'yo. Jaden, Kylie. Okay, kay Renzo, nakikita ko. And kay Tyra and Tiara. Okay, clear naman. Jaden, yan, di ba pala natataas si Jaden? Parang drawing nakita ko sa'yo, Jaden.
Teka lang po kasi
Okay.
papel po ito ng kapatid ko eh.
Okay, I understand. Okay, sige. Nakita ko na yung mga nagtaas kanina ng hand, ng answer. Ulitin ko lang yung name. Ralph, Sophia, Kylie, Renzo, Jamil, Kenshi, Andrew, Jem, Tiara. Kanina si Tyra din nakita ko yung sagot niya tama. Okay, so the correct answer is https://deped.gov.ph. Almost everybody is correct naman. No? Very good. Kahit yung dito sa chat box natin, you are all correct. So very good. You got the correct answer. Ayan. So now, let's proceed to the next jumbled web address that I'm going to type again here in our chat box. Wait lang nga. Here in our next jumbled web page, a web address, we will find out who are the students who usually visit the commons. Okay, so that commons /deped.gov.ph https://. So how are you going to rearrange this jumbled web address? If you usually visit this, because this is one of the website that students must visit, especially now that we have online class, because you can find other references with our topics from this site. Okay, are you ready? Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please show your answer using your cam or using the chat box. DepEd. Ang dapat mauuna after the HTTPS. Okay, babanggitin ko yung mga, huwag yung muna tatanggalin na. I will mention the names of those who got the correct answer. Okay? Sophia. Lapit mo pa, Renzo. Jamil. Kenshi. Jemila. Tyra, pakilapit pa. Okay, Tyra. Okay, yung mga minention ko, yun sila yung correct answers doon sa cam. And dito sa chat box naman, si Rainier Pirocho. Rainier Pirocho only got the correct answer sa chat box natin. Okay? So, dapat https://commons.deped.gov.ph. So, mauuna yung commons bago yung DepEd. Okay? So, don't worry. Itong third jumbled web address natin, this is very easy and everybody is familiar with this one because you almost use this every day. Okay, this is number 3. /facebook.www.com https://. Yan, siguro wala magkakamali dito, no? Because you always use this in your life. Lalo na yung mga poser. Wala mo na magsisend para hindi makakopy ng iba. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Please show your answer using your cam or using the chat box. Ito muna ako sa cam, ha? I will mention the names of those who got the correct answer. Ralph, Garrett, Sophia, Kylie, Jamil, Kenshi, Andrew, Jem, and Cristel, Tiara, and Tyra. Renzo, hindi mo tinaas yung papel mo. I didn't see your answer. Okay, Andrew
Type
is
na
also
lang
correct.
din po ako.
Type ko na sa chat box. Okay. So, sa chat box naman, I can see the names got the correct answer here. Si Kaden, Joyrene. Okay, almost everybody. Jaden, Jazel, and Miguel Andrew, Angelica, Kimberly. Okay, you are all correct. Nicole, Andrea, Ray Azriel, Rainier, and Mon Andre, Benzo Ivan, and Christian Dominic. Okay, so thank you for those who participated. Hindi pa tapos, mayroon pang last two na lang, last two. Okay, number 4. Ito, dito naman, we will see who are the students who often visit our classroom. Yung section, alam ko yung section yung laging. Okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, will you please show your answer using your cam or using the chat box? Ito muna ako sa cam, ha. Those who get the correct answer, I will mention the names. Jamil Arvin. Lapit mo pa, Renzo. Okay, Renzo Ivan, Kylie Shen, Ralph Garrett. Lapit mo pa, Jem. Hindi ko makita masyado. Jem, lapit mo. Oh, okay. Andrew Palmes. Medyo nalito sila. Siguro itong, okay. Baba mo konti, Tyra. Tyra, baba mo ng konti, anak. Okay, Tyra is correct. Ayan, yung mga minention kong names, yun yung mga nakakuha ng correct answers. And sa chat box natin, si Andrea Mary Nicole, si Kaden, Rainier, Giselle, may iba nalito no? Nalito kayo. Miguel Andrew, Mon Andre. So dapat classroom muna before Google, no? https://classroom before google.com. Okay? And the last one, ito naman, imposibleng magkamali pa kayo dito, ha? Because we are using this right now. We are using this right now. Okay? So this is the last one. meet.google.com//https. Yan. We are using this site right now. So I guess everybody can get the correct answer here. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please show us your answer using your cam or using the chat box. Okay. Okay. Wait lang, i-screenshot ko lang tong part na to. Okay, I will mention the names of those who got the correct answer, but I guess everybody got it since it can be seen right now. It can be seen right now in our computer. Yes, Ralph, Sophia, Kylie, Jamil, ano yan? Cristel, Andrew, okay, Jen, Kenshi, Tyra, Tiara. Okay, you are all correct. And, and here in our chat box, okay, very good. Jaden, Giselle, Miguel, Kimberly, Renzo, Ray Azriel, Nicole, Rainier, Perocho, Mon Andre, Kaden, Gabriel, Joyrene, Jerica. Okay, you are all correct. So, https://meet. Meet muna bago google.com. Okay? So, parang kanina, no, classroom muna before the google.com. Okay, so congratulations everyone. So thank you again for being active or for sharing your answer. Now I'm going to continue sharing my presentation because we will proceed to the next activity. Okay. Okay, let's analyze here in our module and let's analyze part. There is a scenario. So we have to read the scenario and answer the questions that follow after reading the scenario. Ay, wait lang. Nahanap ko yung scenario. Okay, may I request somebody to please read? Who can read this one? Who can read the scenario? Any volunteer? Sige, Renzo Ivan, would you please read our scenario here?
Scenario: Roberto is from Davao. Now, she lives in Manila. In his province, Roberto and his family owned a small grocery store. He used to manage the shop whenever his parents are away. Roberto wants to work in a store again. His new neighbor told him that SM Store is hiring for a managerial position. He wants to know more information about the company, so he searched the internet to find out.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Renzo. So, based on the scenario, what does Roberto want to do again? What does Roberto want to do again? Based on the scenario, anybody? Yes, Jem? Jem Eugenio? What does Roberto want to do again? Yung naka-off yata yung mic mo, anak, Jem. Nasaan si Jem? Nakita ko lang siya nag-raise na yan.
Ito po.
Jemil. Okay, Jem. What's your answer, anak?
Since he's away from his province and he wants to work in a store po again.
Okay, very good answer, Jem. Thank you so much. No, Roberto wants to work in a store again. So how does he know more information about the company? How? How is he going to find out the information about the company? Yes, Kylie Shen?
He surfs the internet to find out.
Okay, very good answer, Kylie. No, he surfs the internet to find out. Okay, so now we will after this because there are information that we need to fill in here in our module and we're going to answer this today so you don't need to include this in your answer sheet. Okay, so we will help Roberto find the information that he is looking for. So the first question here is, which web page should Roberto look at first and why? Okay, before we answer that question, of course, we need to go first to the web browser. Let us use the google.com web browser to find the information Roberto needs to look for. Okay, I will share my tab using the Google. So since Roberto is looking for a job because he wants to work again in a store, so we will write here the SM Supermalls since this is the company mentioned in the scenario. Okay, so let's click this site or website or web address. Supermall. Okay. Every website or every web address has different pages, different web pages. Para siyang book, no? Yung book, the book has table of contents and different pages. So, ganun din sa website or web address. So, in this website or SM web address, we can see that the pages are home, SM malls, SM cinema, SM cares, leasing, and SM careers. Remember that in scenario, Roberto wants to work. So what do you think? What or which web page he needs to open? Anybody? Which web page he needs to open here in this site? Is it home, SMOs, cinema, cares, leasing, or careers? Ralph Garrett.
SM Careers po.
Okay, why? Why Ralph? Why does he need to choose the SM careers?
Because makaka-apply po siya ng trabaho.
Okay, very good answer, Ralph. So he needs to open the web page SM Careers to look for the job. Kasi nga, he needs an information about SM, about the company, because he wants to work there. Okay, so when we click the SM Careers, we will see this page, and there is an option there, View All Jobs. When Roberto click that, okay, this page will open, and here we can see the different positions. Different positions offered by SM. No, we can see customer relations services representative, customer relations services, kaya lang iba't ibang branch ng SM. Roberto is living now in where? Where is he living now? Based on the scenario?
Manila po.
Manila. So, Roberto should find SM Super Mall that is nearest to his location, no? Let's say ito, Metro Manila, SM Mall of Asia. So, he just needs to click this apply now. And after that, he can see the job description, requirement, and of course, the location. Okay? So, let's go. Okay, so we already answered number 1, which web page should Roberto look at first? And Ralph Garrett answered that earlier, which is SM Careers, because he's looking for a job. Search the company's information from the website. So company name, who can answer this? What's the company name? Anybody? What's the company name?
SM
Sophia?
Supermall.
SM Mall of Asia po.
Okay, SM Super Mall. Okay, SM Super Mall or SM Mall of Asia. Company web address or URL. Okay, we will go back to the web page of SM to know the company web address or URL, company address, telephone number, and operating hours. Okay, in this website of SM, here we can see the link of, what do you call this one? Messenger. So we can click this to know the contact or the contact information or contact numbers of SM. When we click that, we can talk directly to the any staff of SM using the messenger. So I click the link messenger, and I am now here in messenger, kaya lang naglo-loading. Loading siya, wait lang ha. Ayan, okay. So we can contact the SM Super Mall. Here, they already gave us the contact number. Can you see the contact number there? Would you please read, Sophia?
You can contact us at Globe, Smart, Email, and Landline.
Okay, thank you so much. That's correct, no? So at least now we know the answer to the let's analyze part of your module, yung contact number. But we do not have yet URL and the address and the operating hours. So we can click the profile of SM Supermall here. Using the messenger, we will go directly to the Facebook page of SM. Let us see if we can see the address or the exact location of their office and the operating hours and the URL. Okay, so here is now the Facebook page of SM Supermall. But this is general page, no? Supermall, it includes also the shopping and other services of SM. Since Roberto is looking for a job, he must focus only in careers at SM. So we can type here in the search bar, careers, naghang. Ayan, careers na double. Ayan, careers at the SM store. So we can see the Facebook page of SM focusing only on careers. Kasi na siya. Ayan. Okay, so we are now on the Facebook page of SM, Careers at the SM Store. So this is the page that Roberto wants or needs because he is applying for a job. So can we see here the main office of SM? Can we see here the URL or the exact web address and the operating hours? Can you see now?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Could you please read what is the main office of the SM store for those who are looking for the job at SM? Would you please read? May I ask Andrew Palmes? What is the location?
SM Retail Headquarters, J.W. Diokno Boulevard Corner, Bayshore Avenue, MOA Complex, 1300 Manila, Philippines.
Okay, thank you so much, Andrew. So that is correct. Now, so that is the exact address that Roberto needs to go so he can submit his resume or biodata and he can attend the interview. And we can also find here the URL or the web address of SM Careers. Would you please read it, Ralph Garrett? What is the URL or the web address of SM Careers?
http://smretailcareers.com po.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Ralph. And the last one, the last information that we need is the operating hours of SM. What is the operating hours there? Jamil Arvin?
9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. po.
Okay, very good, Jamil. No? And they are open now. So, yeah, we can see here also on this page the different positions open. Counting Association. So, nandyan. Okay? So, let's go back now to our presentation. So we are able to give the information Roberto needs here in our Let's Analyze: the company name, the URL, the address, telephone number, and the operating hours. So very good kayo because you're able to see in my screen those information. Okay, now, so I have a question here. What is the importance of knowing how to navigate a website, especially to the students like you, no? With everything that we did here in our activities earlier, diba, we went to web page, different web page of SM and website of Google, web browser Google Chrome. So what now is the importance of knowing how to navigate a website, especially to the students like you? Anybody who wants to share his idea? What do you think? Is it important that you know how to navigate a website? Yes, Ralph?
It is important po because we can collect more information as a students and it can help us in searching about our homeworks po.
Okay, very well said, Ralph. That is correct, no? Especially to the students like you that you always need to comply to accomplish the different activities in your module. And it is not every day that you can talk to your teacher. So it's very important for you to navigate a website because for you to be able to find the answer that you are looking for that can help you to complete your module. Do you have another answer aside from the answer of Ralph? Baka meron pang gusto mag-add ng answer? Wala na? Okay. Okay, so again, thank you so much, Ralph. And I believe that your other classmates, they also have the same idea with you, no? Because you can all relate to this question that it's very important for you to know how to navigate a website for you to be able to get the answer that you are looking for. So, pero may nag-raise ng hand. Yes, Kylie Shen, you want to say something? Kylie, you're raising your hand.
To avoid misinformation and fake news.
Okay, to avoid misinformation and fake news. Very good, no? If you know how to navigate a website, you can make a research and you will be able to, especially now in social medias, there are lots of fake news, no? Lalo na sa politics. But if you know how to use a website, you will be able to research or you will be able to get the correct references for your research to get the correct information. Okay, thank you for sharing, Kylie Shen. So, thank you for that. And we are now on the, ayaw na more time. So, let's try, remember that the parts that you need to accomplish, since we already answered the other parts of the module, so the only parts that you need to submit to me are let's try and let's create only. Okay, ito na lang isasubmit nyo because we already answered the other parts in your module. So let's just allow me to explain what you're going to do with the let's try and let's create part of your module. So for let's try, in this activity, you are going to navigate. Okay, so World Health Organization accomplish the task by doing the following. Step 1, you just need to type the URL or the web address http://www.google.com. So we will use the Google web browser, and I will show you. Pardons for those who are having difficulties how are going to navigate the website. So here in the search engine, of course, you have to type the World Health Organization or WHO na lang para ma-accept COVID-19 advice for the public, no? So when you click that in the search engine, you can see results, different results here. You can choose any of these results and then you choose, let's say you choose the first result. And then you just get at least 10 pieces of advice from World Health Organization about COVID-19. So here, when you open that, you can see now the different advice from World Health Organization. So you don't need to copy everything from the site that you have seen. Huh? Just get the pieces of advice, at least 10 advice from the World Health Organization. Okay? Then list down those results or advice in your answer sheets. So any question regarding let's try before we proceed to let's create? Do you understand what you're going to do with your let's try?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, yes po. Okay, and the last part of our module is the let's create part, which is very important part. No? I always tell you that this part is the most important part because it has the biggest points. It has the biggest points in your module. Here, in Let's Create part, your task is you're going to make something out of recycled materials, no? Because based on your module, you are tasked to create a do-it-yourself craft using the web address or URL https://www.scholastic.com. Okay, you should visit that site. You should not go anywhere, only in scholastic.com, and choose only one because there are 37 amazing craft ideas there in that site, but you choose only one. So the situation here is the YesO organization in your school has the contest Trash to Cash. No? So you're going to make something from recycled material and you're going to sell it. Pero joke lang yung sell, hindi naman totoong mabibenta kayo. Okay? You're going to sell it, therefore you need to make a sales script. So this activity aims to teach students on how to take care of the environment by transforming recyclable materials into creative design and useful. Okay? So here, let us visit first scholastic.com. So para mas madali na lang sa inyo So let's go first to web browser, Google again, Google. And then let's click, let's type scholastic.com. You can write directly 37 amazing craft ideas. So you can go directly doon sa web page. Kasi if you just type scholastic.com, there are many different pages there. You might be confused. So you can type directly scholastic.com 37 amazing craft ideas. Yan, I can see it now. I'm going to click it so we can go directly on the page. So here are the 37 amazing craft ideas by scholastic.com. You will just choose only one. Ayan, as you can see, there are it can be colorful fall leaves, mosaic pumpkins, all about me hats, memory mailbox. Pipili na ng isa, choose only one. Let's say, for example, you choose all about me hats. If you want to do this activity, do this product, you just click here. Nakalagay dyan, click here to see the materials that you need to prepare and the steps that you need to follow to come up with that product. Okay? So I click it already, the hats, all about me hats. Ayan, all about me hats here. So we can see here the materials, trinkets, glue, ano pa yan? Fabric, ribbon, stickers, ayan, yung mga materials, and also the steps are written there. Okay? So you can also watch a video from the site of scholastic.com because there are also available videos here. It will be easier for you if there is a video, diba? Let's say, for example, you want to copy, make egg carton flowers. Actually, those students who already, there are 12 students who already submitted their outputs from this section, no? And most of them use this one, yung make egg carton flowers. Okay, so you can play the video so you can follow the steps on how to
Hi,
make
I'm Jim
it.
Noonan, the resident crafter at Scholastic Instructor Magazine. And today I'm going to show you a very simple recycling-based craft that turns this, an egg carton, into this, a beautiful flower arrangement. Carton apart. And I'm separating these round cup pieces from the center pyramid-shaped pieces to be different. For your flower, we're going to even off the edges, edge down into the center. Piece will be your center. Okay, now that you've cut all of the pieces of your egg carton and you have the pieces of your flowers, it's time to paint them. The material that the egg carton is made from is turn it over and do the other side. Then we'll switch to a different color here for our centers here. And then once that's done, set that aside with a piece of our flower. And then we're going to take a pipe cleaner. We're going to thread that through one of the holes in the petal portion of the flower. Then thread it through one of the holes in the center portion of the flower. Then we want to take our pipe cleaner and we're going to bend it and push it back through that second hole in our centerpiece here. Then we're going to take that piece and push it through the second hole in our petals and to secure it into place. And there you have a flower. I hope that you'll try this beautiful.
Okay, so there are different videos over here. Yan naman, the eco-friendly tote bags. So you can play the video so you can copy the materials and the steps. Okay, so this website only, scholastic.com, this is the only website that you need to visit with this Let's Create part. Okay, so do you understand what we're going to do here in our Let's Create part? But do not forget, okay, do not forget that every Let's Create part of your module, there's always a rubric or criteria for judging. And as I told you, always visit first the rubrics or criteria for judging before you start doing your task or your product. Because you have to consider this criteria. No? First, 20%, there were numerous recycled materials in the project. So that is 20% yung materials na gagamitin nyo. 30% creativity. The created project is creative and unique. Follow the procedures from the web page. Okay? Kaya dun lang kayo sa web page na yun or website ng Scholastic pwede tumingin. And of course, the sales pitch, because you're going to write a sales script that you are convincing the buyers to buy your product. So sales script, the written sales script is successful, catchy, and expressively explaining why people should buy it. So therefore, in Let's Create part, you have to submit two outputs, the product and the sales script. Okay? Pag sales script lang yung sinubmit mo, 50 points ka lang. But if you submit the product together with the sales script, you will have these points 100%. Okay, do you understand, class? Do you have any question?
Wala po.
Wala po.
Okay, so let me check the chat box. Baka may question. Andrea Marie, nag-dot lang siya. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me here today.